Alright, so what we did last time was create a very basic generic template for a character. This should be something that you can use to create any kind of character. Initially I thought about doing a kind of a chubby uh, person, but what I'm thinking is making kind of like a punk girl. So I did a quick 10-minute sketch of this head, um, kind of looking at like just kind of like the side, 3/4, and the front. It's not perfectly lined up. You can see I kind of got some guidelines in there in Photoshop. The eyes are sort of lined up. What I'm going to be doing is going back and refining this, but I'm going to use this image for the just the template. You can actually find this image on my website. Let me go ahead and freeze the video and bring that up. All right, so um, there's the creating a character template under demarjan.weebly.com anatomy, and then just below that there's blocking out a character. And so we're going to use, you can just right click on it and save the image, and then follow along with what I'm going to be doing next, which is jumping back into ZBrush. Alright, so inside of ZBrush, I'm going to go ahead and turn on, make sure my floor is on, and this time I'm going to turn off Y and turn on X and Z. And what I'm going to do is play around with this background image so that it displays that image of the head. So under the draw panel here, where it says front and back, go to map 1 and click on that and go down to import. And I named mine nerd head turnaround because she's going to be kind of a computer-esque kind of geek. And I want to line up this front view with the front here. So under draw, it can be kind of touchy. So see how there's a vertical offset? I'm just going to bring that up, and I want to remember this number. So really the vertical more than the horizontal. So I'm going to line this up like this, and then I'm going to bring up my vertical offset like this. Now, I'm not terribly concerned about lining it up perfectly because I'm going to use it just as a base for my character sculpt. Okay, so here's my horizontal, just kind of lining this up. I think I pretty much got it. Let's get a little closer here. And something like that. And then for my horizontal offset, I might have to type in the number value. It's about -0. Let's try -0.31. Keep going back and forth with that number. Let's see what 0.32 gets us. So -0.32, -0.31, -0.3. I'm going to pause the video and get the exact number. Alright, so what I got is for the draw for the front is -0.34 and 0.35. What I really care about is this vertical offset here more than anything, and the scale. So my scale is 0.519. So let's go to our left and right now. Go to image, and then let's grab that same image. And for the left side now, if we rotate this, you can see it's pretty huge. So we want to get that scale essentially the same. So back in draw, we expand front and back, and we look at that, it's 0.51. I'm just going to copy that, go down to left and right, and then paste that in there for scale. Oh, it doesn't look like it's pasting, so I'll just do 0.519 for left and right. And then for vertical offset, it was 0.35, minus 0.35. So vertical offset minus 0.35. Now the horizontal is going to be a little different, so you wouldn't copy that number. So just kind of play with the horizontal offset until it lines up. And I don't use this as an exact guide, maybe a little bit for the shape, but overall, just to kind of help me sort of look at the way things are. Now, you can see here that this actually needs to be a little bit higher, so it's not perfectly lined up with my front, so I'm going to have to kind of shift that up. So under draw here for my front and back, Let's see if we go higher, what that does. Oops, sorry, not front and back. That was point scale, right? Let's see that. Yeah. So let's go back here to left and right. And here we go. For vertical offset, kind of want it there. Actually good. Let's try that again. Get a little frustrating. Minus 0.35. Actually, that's good right there. Alright, so what you can do is now with your move tool, so move topological, I'm just going to kind of slightly shape this out so that it matches the way the head looks here. Something like this. And then in the front view, I'm just going to bring that face out just a little bit so it kind of matches her face. Okay? Now let's take a look at how we start creating things like the eyes and the ears and things like that.